The entire cast of the Fallout TV show was absolutely amazing and did such a great performance that there were just too many things for me to notice on my first watch through the series. If we go back to episode 1, we will notice someone very familiar. Stephanie Harper is one of the standout residents of Vault 33, although she's not originally from there. In episode 3, the residents of Vault 33 have a meeting to discuss what to do about the Vault's Raider prisoners. Norm decides to speak out against the Vault's residents' ideas of integrating them into society over a period of time, as he doesn't believe it's their job to help the Raiders. When Reg tells Norm that the Raiders have intimate knowledge of the Vault's security, Stephanie gets worried and looks to Norm to see if he will be the one person to stand up and protect the Vault's secrets. Norm suggests killing them off like the Raiders did to them, and Stephanie looks at Norm with a sigh of relief. After the meeting concludes, she takes a moment to speak to Norm, saying, "You're right, you know, if your father were here, he'd do the right thing." She says this with a very serious and firm tone, implying that Hank would do whatever it takes to keep the secret of the Vault hidden at all costs, as he is also a resident of 31, the main of the 3 connected Vaults experiment where all of the residents from Vault 31 are cryogenically frozen pre-war Vault-Tec officials. In episode 4, Norm and Chet take a trip over to Vault 32, where they discover the Vault residents had been dead for over 2 years. Norm sits at the Overseer's terminal where he discovers that the Vault door had been opened from the outside by his mother's Pip-Boy, allowing the Raiders to enter the Vault. Later discovering that Vault 32's residents discovered the truth of what's inside of 31, leading them to go mad and prompting Vault 31 to wipe out 32, keeping the experiment a secret. Norm eventually resides to his quarters, where he decides to take a look at the Inter-Vault Archive, a record of all trade between Vaults 31, 32, and 33. Checking the personnel distribution log, he is able to see all of the residents that had been transferred over to Vault 33 from 31. Every single person that he saw in the logs that came from 31 had eventually became the overseer of Vault 33. When Norm goes to speak to Chet about how he finds Vault 31 to be strange and worrying, Chet tells Norm to keep it down and reveals Steph is from Vault 31. Many of Vault 33's residents end up getting reassigned to 32 to repopulate it. Before entry, Betty announces to all of them that Stephanie has been assigned overseer of Vault 32. This was inevitable, as we see from a list in Vault 31 that she is next in line to lead Vault 33, as it was the Vault she was sent to upon leaving 31. The season 1 finale lands Norm trapped inside of Vault 31's cryo room, where the truth about the Vault's experiment is revealed to him, discovering that every resident from 31 is from before the bombs fell. This would lead us to assume that since Stephanie is from Vault 31 and a pre-war person who worked for Vault-Tec, her having such an obviously perfect matching appearance to the iconic Vault Girl all but confirms the fact that the Vault Girl was based off of her likeness. I find it to be so awesome that we could piece together something like that over the course of the show, and it really does give us some more world building that wasn't even needed but was such a perfect touch to the series. What are your theories for season 2? And thanks for watching.